This is an electric pencil sharpener and it doesn't work. What a surprise. So in this video I'll try to fix it. For an electric pencil sharpener to work, a couple of things need to be working right. In no particular order, I'm going to start up here. Obviously this is a chopstick, not a pencil, because I can point at that gray pedal switch there that the pencil needs to push. If an object obviously has a smaller diameter, that pedal switch there is not going to be pressed and the motor is not going to run the pencil sharpening or grinding bit on it. Also, right here at the cutting edge, this needs to be clear and free of graphite pencil lead debris. So you can see I started sharpening my chopstick. Don't tell my wife about it. So obviously it is sharp enough, and so there should be no debris down here, so the pencil can move all the way forward in this. There is a second switch for this motor to start rotating here. This one. Okay. That switch gets pressed by this part of the plastic. So obviously this needs to be in place for the motor to start grinding the pencil. And lastly, it needs to have batteries in it, 4 AA batteries inserted exactly as shown. So plus minus plus minus. Also, the contact points, the electric contact points down there, this plate here needs to be free and clear of residue. So that looks good, that looks good. And then we come to this side, that looks good, and this is not looking good. This is blackout. Okay, so electricity is not conducted by battery leaked out rod that solidifies on the terminal. So what I'm gonna do, this is why I have the chopstick, I'm gonna put a little bit of sandpaper on the bottom of it, and we'll just try to clean that gray black sediment on it. So this battery, once it's inserted here, makes good solid electrical contact. I used some very worn 600 grit sandpaper, and that's how it's held at the end of a chopstick. It removed some meager amount of residue, but is it enough, or is it gonna amount to anything? Let's look inside here. Oh, there we go. So it might be just enough at the end of that copper plate to make some electrical contact. Let's test it with a battery. Got 4 good batteries inside. Is it gonna be enough? Let's see. So far so good. Let's see the switch at the front. Yeah, nothing. No sound. Nothing works. I'm gonna have to take it apart and send that electrical contact a little more. These 2 screws are short screws, those ones there, and these 2 are longer ones here. When you pull the 2 halves apart, depending on the gravitational pull of the moon, some of the gears might be sticking here or here and may not be staying in place here. The last screw, the 3rd screw, is here at the top. That's the longer one, yeah, so the 2 shorter ones are from the base. And then we're looking at this. So this is the switch for the pencil and the switch for the lid, and obviously electrical path is made through this round dowel, and so both switches need to be on. And this metal bit here is the one that I've been working on. Yeah, that one down there. Now, the motor that drives this pencil sharpener is here. This is the motor's output shaft, and then through some reduction gearing, this part here spins, especially spins if I disconnect it from the rest of the drivetrain. There it should spin. I'm gonna put these greasy gears back in place, and I'm gonna put a tape over this whole thing because I don't really need to work on it. Nah, there's one more screw here. Let's see how much, if any, this helps with. Oh yes, there we go. So there's the motor. Motor is fine, we leave it alone. And here are the contact surfaces. So this is the one that obviously needs to be fixed up rather well. So this contact point is nowhere near splendid, but you can see some of the sediment on the micro file or jewelry file here. I'm gonna keep going at it with a little bit of sandpaper. Yes, it is somewhat miserable. All right, a little more mess was made. Let's put it together. See if this passes electric current. The batteries are in place. The fancy top isn't. I don't need it, so the long screws are not connecting anywhere. And of course, that last screw is also missing. But we don't need it because I can reach both switches. Let's see. Oh yeah, Houston, we have takeoff. Nice. So nothing's wrong with the unit. Yeah, aligning those gears was especially miserable, but was done in a few minutes. So now I can assemble it and test it with a real pencil. Why not? So far so good. The last two things, I removed these rubber footses from here. There. And this one. Nice. All right, so let's see how well it does on a pencil. Nice, it's sharp, it's not tearing up the wood fiber. Let's make it blunt. There. And see what happens. It's coming along. And there we have it. Perfect pencil point. Yeah, 5th try. So, fully functional unit. Yeah, on this test piece, not much of a pencil left to it, but there it is. Fully functional. I see though why people previously left the batteries in it and just abandoned it. Because once the pencil's tip breaks, it's kind of difficult to clear the pencil lead out of here, graphite. It could clear the chips a little better than this. Oh, there it is. Well, it's somewhat of a miserable affair to clear the broken graphite pieces from here. Oh well, so there it is, fully functional. Yeah, still works.